right? I heard the news. You're getting married, right? You know better than not to tell me, don't you? If you're a member of my class, then you have to report everything to me. Don't you remember this rule?
What do you mean by rule? How many years do you think have passed since we graduated from high school, Monica?
No matter how many years pass, the rule still applies. Come on, we're classmates for God's sake. Isn't it common sense that you should tell me that you're getting married?
No, it really isn't.
But I mean, I do understand why you were embarrassed to tell me that you were getting married to that skinny nerd.
I still can't believe that the nerdiest couple in school is getting married. What?
You know, I seriously thought that it was a joke when I first found out. I mean, what are the odds that all of the high school sweethearts you two survive? Now you're getting married. What a shocker. I mean, you two do in fact go well with each other, given the glasses and the braces.
Could you stop making fun of us for once? We're not children anymore, and I'm tired of your nonsense. You think that you're one of the pretty girls, right? Well, good for you, but no one cares. So I suggest that you stop acting entitled to make fun of others.
Is the nerd talking back to me? You know, you shouldn't get so full of yourself just because you're going to get married.
Since when was I ever full of myself?
Quit acting dumb. You know that you're acting full of yourself. You're looking down on me because I'm still single. Just because you got married before me doesn't mean that you're above me in any way. I'd rather be single than be a nerd married to a nerd. And I know for a fact that you two are poor.
What makes you think we're poor?
I could already tell before we even graduated from high school. You nerds with no social skills will never be able to create or land opportunities for yourselves. Your fate was decided before you were even born. Imagine being ugly and poor. Please do society a favor and don't make any kids, alright? Because you'll just make the world a more miserable place.
Don't you dare say anything about my future children. I make my own decisions, and you're in no place to say anything about them. You bullied me every single day while I was in high school, but I didn't let people like you drag me down and got to where I am all on my own. Just so you know, I work at the company that I'd always dreamt of working since I was a child, and Stuart was able to make his dream of becoming a doctor come true as well.
What? That useless nerd is a doctor now?
Yes, and that's because no matter what anyone else said, we always had each other through everything. And now we're finally getting married. There's no point in you bothering me anymore. I'm already exactly where I want to be.
But how? So you're getting married to a doctor? How is that fair? Why do you get to live the rest of your life relying on your high-income doctor husband?
I mean, I have no intention of relying on him completely since I work too, but it's true that he's making much more money than me. I never knew exactly how much a doctor makes, but let's just say that he makes a lot.
This isn't fair. I just got rejected by a doctor a while ago. How does it make sense that I get rejected and a nerd like you gets to marry a doctor? I won't allow that to happen.
What do you mean?
I'm telling you to cancel the marriage right now. I don't allow you two to marry. So I need you to break up with each other.
Are you crazy? What on earth makes you think that your selfish needs would be a reason for us to break up with each other? We're almost done preparing for the wedding, and there's nothing you can do to stop it.
Do you really think that you can just get married before me like this? And the nerd is now a high-income earning doctor. You know what? If you won't break up with him, then hand him over to me so I can marry him instead. I will not allow you to become anything more than what you really are, a nerdy lowlife.
Have you lost your mind?
You listen to what the popular girl says. This rule has been in place since high school, and it still applies. Make a choice. You can either break up with him or hand him over to me right now.
Hey, Kate, we need to talk.
Yeah, what's up?
I need you to break up with me. I found someone else that I feel a stronger connection with, and I think that I'll regret it for the rest of my life if I don't choose her.
What?
I know that we're about to get married, but as I said, if I lie to myself now, then I'll probably regret it forever. There's someone that I want to love and take care of for the rest of my life. I'm sorry, but my mind is already made up.
But what do you mean?
I probably wouldn't know what to say if I were in your shoes too, but I need you to understand. I really was looking forward to marrying you, and you're an amazing person. But I found someone that I feel something that I've never felt towards anyone else before.
We've been preparing for this wedding for months now. You told me that I was the love of your life when you proposed to me. We stayed beside each other through thick and thin since high school. Are you really saying that this person is worth disregarding all that for? I can't believe you.
I'm sorry. It really does break my heart, but the person that I'd always admired for years finally reached out to me, and I need to be honest with my heart. I've been dreaming of being with her for so long, and I can't let this chance get away.
Someone that you'd always admired?
Yeah, I'm sure you remember her. She used to be in the same class as us when we were in high school. Her name is Monica.
Monica?
Yeah, we found each other out of nowhere.
What do you mean?
Well, I was just shopping by myself and we just stumbled upon each other. I mean, she was the prettiest girl out of the whole grade. How could I not recognize her? But I never expected her to recognize me back since I was such a quiet nerd back then. She tapped on my shoulder and started talking to me.
What?
She suggested that we go get some coffee and do some catching up. Right as we were leaving, she asked me if I wanted to be her boyfriend. And I've never told you this before, but I'd always admired her since the first day of high school, so I ended up saying yes before even thinking.
Wait, you liked Monica since we were in high school? Why didn't you tell me before we started dating?
I mean, I obviously had no chance to date her, so why would I say that and embarrass myself? If I had told anyone, I'm sure a rumor would have been going around by the next day. It's just that the way she carries herself around with such confidence, it's something that I'd never be able to do. And you gotta understand how attractive that is through a nerd's eyes. I've always wanted to make a girl like that my girlfriend, and the chance is finally here.
Always? You've thought in that way since we were dating each other too?
I mean, of course, I liked you too. I felt really safe around you, and like someone finally truly understood me without judging me for being a nerd. But at the same time, I often found myself doubting whether I liked you or I just liked your company.
Seriously?
Yeah, but then again, I'd always believed that only a nerdy girl would marry a nerdy guy like me, so I believed that you were the best option that I had. And that's the reason why I proposed to you. But all that fell apart when the popular girl whom I'd always wanted to date had finally noticed my worth. Now I'm just committed to making Monica the happiest girl in the world.
But just like that? I've loved you for so long. I still admire you every single day, just like the first time we met. You're still the first person that I think about when I wake up. Are you just going to betray me like this? We've supported each other for so long.
Thank you so much for everything, Kate. I wouldn't have made it to where I am without you. But I'm in love, and if you truly wish the best for me, then I want you to let me go. I wish the best for you.
Wow, I genuinely don't know what to say. This was the kind of person that you were? Fine, I'll break up with you, and the marriage is cancelled. Just don't ever show up in front of me again. I never want to see your face again.
Okay, I'm going to turn in the marriage certificate now. I hope you have a good life, Kate.
Hey, Kate, how are you? Because I'm feeling great. Why, you ask? Well, as you've heard from Stuart, I'm getting married. Sorry for taking your Prince Charming away from you.
Why would you do this to me?
You can't just show up in front of a former classmate after a few years and ruin her life like that. How is that fair? Look, I gave you a choice at the beginning. You get to choose whether you were going to break up with him or hand him over to me. Since you never broke up with him, I assumed that you chose to hand him over to me. You know, if anyone, you should blame yourself for your indecisiveness. What kind of logic is that? This is the same logic that applied ever since we were in high school. The nerdy, quiet kids listen to whatever the pretty, popular kids say. Have you forgotten? Grow up, for God's sakes. Whatever. Well, our marriage was just ruined thanks to you.
so I'll be suing you for whatever compensation I can get. Do you think I care? My husband's now a doctor who earns hundreds of thousands a year. I mean, he was absolutely zero interest to me when we were in high school, but he really stepped up his game, didn't he? He was pretty well groomed and looked like he finally knew how to dress up. And he's a doctor on top of that. There couldn't be a man more worthy of being my husband. Are you seriously not giving me an apology for stealing my fiancé? Why would I apologize to you? I took what was rightfully mine from you. If his heart belongs to me, then it's only natural that he chooses to marry me over you. I feel so bad for you. You started off as a nerd, and now you're still a nerd, just single. You lost against me and everything there is to life. I'll pay you whatever amount that you want, but don't ask me to apologize to you, idiot. Wow, I never knew that someone could look down on others so badly. You know, I never asked to be in the same class as you. I never asked to be a part of your popularity race. Yet, you have to involve everyone and look down on them, just so you can feel better about yourself. I'm tired of your games. Good for you. Those on top of the hierarchy have a natural right to rule over those below them, and the queen wanted your fiancé, so she got him. You know, I do kind of feel bad for you though. You were so close to becoming rich and winning the race, but then came me again. I'll be enjoying the rest of my life with my Dr. Stewart. What are you talking about? Stewart's not a doctor. What? Stewart's no longer a doctor. He's just some normal office worker that you could find anywhere. He makes less than even me. If you're trying to become rich, then marrying him probably isn't the smartest way. Wait, what do you mean he's not a doctor anymore? Marrying him wouldn't have led me to becoming rich anyway, so I have no regret in letting you take him from me. What? I really loved him, and that's why I wanted to marry him. But since he wasn't half the person I thought he was, I hope you have a good life with each other. Wait a minute, answer my question. What do you mean that he's not a doctor anymore? You told me that he became a doctor. What's the point of marrying him if he isn't a doctor? I said that he became a doctor because he did. He was a doctor up until a little while ago, but he changed career paths. What? What does that mean? He quit the medical field and moved to another job. Because he's just starting off in that job, so he's barely making anything more than just a part-timer. I currently make twice the amount that he makes. What? Wait a minute. Why on earth would he quit being a doctor and start a job that barely pays him anything? I can't marry someone who barely gets paid more than a part-timer. Thinking back to it now, the only reason that he wanted to become a doctor was because he wanted a job that would be respected by others, and money was second priority. But his only drive was his complexity of being bullied by people like you in high school. So, he couldn't take the workload of a doctor. What? Yeah, getting into med school and getting his medical license only required him to study, which he was pretty good at. But actually being a doctor was a whole different story, and he needed to communicate with patients and work together with other nurses. It looked like he couldn't do that part very well, so he ended up quitting. So you're telling me that he quit his job as a doctor and moved to another occupation because he couldn't talk to other people? Well, I recommended him to change occupations. He started getting skinnier and skinnier by the day, and I couldn't bear to keep watching. I wasn't even sure if he would make it to the wedding healthy. And he just quit his job as a doctor and started another job with zero experience. And he barely gets paid anything on top of that, right? I mean, I get paid enough to take care for the two of us, so that aspect didn't seem like a problem to me. I just told him not to worry about the financial aspect. How much do you make anyway? It's not as much as a doctor, but I make a little more than $70,000 per year.
70,000? You? How are you managing to make so much?
Because the real world isn't the same as high school. No one unreasonably decides that they're above you and disregards your efforts for everything. They value you for the value that you provide them. And I guess I'm relatively valuable to the company that I work for.
Wait, so how much is Stuart making right now then? You said that he makes as much as a part-timer. Like, so 50,000, right?
Do you seriously think that a part-timer makes that much? I don't think that his annual salary even reaches $30,000 a year. So probably a bit over 20,000?
A bit over 20,000? He only makes that much.
Yeah, that's why I said I never intended to marry him for the money anyway. I never cared about his income or his social status, but regardless of everything that we've been through, I never want to marry someone who just throws their significant other like that. I feel nothing towards him anymore, so do as you please with him.
But I don't want him either. I can't marry someone who only makes $20,000 a year. I'm calling the marriage off. You can have him back right away.
I don't want to take care of a piece of trash like him, so I won't be accepting your offer. By the way, it might be too late to call the wedding off. Stuart texted me a few hours ago that he was going to turn in the marriage certificate.
What?
Yeah, so you better hurry. I've heard that it's going to be a hassle to do something about a marriage certificate that it's been already turned in. Good luck.
I can't believe him. He turned in the certificate without me. The workers keep telling me that I can't do anything about it if the papers have already been signed. Damn it! Why did I have to sign the paper in advance?
Congratulations. I hope you and Stuart live happily ever after together.
Shut up! I can't believe this. I'm the most popular in the grade. How do I end up with some antisocial nerd who can't even make a decent amount of money? I'm supposed to marry a doctor who's gonna let me live like a princess. How do I possibly end up with an office worker? I will not allow someone like that to be my husband.
Well, it looks like the two of you are legally official now. Oh wait, I have a good idea. Would you like me to let everyone from our grade know that the two of you got married? Of course you would. It's part of the class rules, and you love your rules, don't you?
Don't you dare! I'll have nowhere to go if everyone finds out that I'm married to that nerd.
Do you think so? I feel like everyone's gonna congratulate you on your happy marriage.
Shut up! Now tell me what to do about this situation right now. Because Stuart is refusing to get divorced with me, no matter how many times I ask him. He just says that he doesn't want to, since we just got married. That nerd doesn't know his place anymore.
Come on, Monica. You don't have to call him that nerd. You should call him my husband.
I will not allow him to be my husband. Why don't you take him back from me then?
What do you mean?
I need a reason to get divorced from him, and you want the love of your life back, don't you? This is a win-win situation. I'll treat him like trash, and he'll want you back right away.
Why would I want him back?
What do you mean?
I wouldn't want an idiot who's dumb enough to throw away true love for some childish reason. You could try and call everyone from our high school class and ask them for help. I'm sure everyone would want to help the popular pretty girl.
As I said, I don't want to tell everyone about this. They're gonna find out that I married the nerd, and it will ruin my reputation.
Then I suggest that you accept reality and just stay married with him. You can't have everything.
Please. Oh, and make sure to prepare the compensation money that you're going to pay me. What?
I'll send you the bill by the end of this month. Make sure to make the payment on time, okay? Or else I might just accidentally slip up and tell the whole class about you stealing my fiancé and marrying him.
Kate, I need you to answer me.
What do you want?
Monica's been acting crazy lately. She was super into me when she first asked me out, but Ever since we got married, she's like a completely different person. She won't bother to have any conversation with me. And whenever something doesn't completely meet her expectations, she starts throwing crazy tantrums and abuses me physically and verbally.
Wow, that sounds like a lot to handle.
Obviously, only broke up with you because Monica said that she wanted to live happily ever after with me. Why does she keep screaming that she wants a divorce now?
I have no idea.
And that's not the only thing. She always uses up all my earnings. I tell her to stop, but all she says is that she'll never stop until I divorce her. I don't know what to do anymore.
So what you're saying is that there's an obvious imbalance in the power between you in the relationship?
Exactly. She won't even help out with the housework. Whenever I'm feeling down about work, she just scoffs at me and continues doing her thing. I can't take this anymore. I miss you.
What are you trying to say?
I'm trying to ask if we can work things out. If I were to get divorced from Monica, then would you be able to marry me by any chance? As soon as you promise that to me, I'll get a divorce done right away and we can get married.
Seriously? Why the hell would I get married to you? You showed exactly how shallow of a person you are when you decided to leave me for some high school diva.
What?
And although it's true that we've been dating since high school, I have no regrets whatsoever about this. And do you not remember me saying that I never want to see your face again? This is goodbye. Hope things work out for you.
Wait, please. I really do regret betraying you the way that I did. I finally realized that you really are my only true love.
If you really like me that much, then I'm sure you'll be able to understand how I feel.
But
if I don't leave you right now, I'm going to regret it for the rest of my life. You're stuck with who you're married to now, so try to make the most of it. I blocked Monica and Stuart right after ending that conversation. I've heard that Monica's been trying to desperately keep her secret from the rest of the class, but someone spotted her shopping alongside Stuart, and it seems like every single person in our grade knows about it. I heard that Monica absolutely lost it after this, and she reached out to her past friends to help her get out of the marriage, explaining that she got married by accident. But all everyone said was, "You two deserve each other," and no one offered to help.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.
Kieran, what's gotten into you all of a sudden? We were enjoying a nice conversation and you go and throw your cup of tea all over me? Why did you do that to me? What did I ever do to deserve it? Shut up, you frickin' slut. You should count yourself lucky I didn't bash your face in with that cup. Kieran, I can't believe you'd speak to me in such an awful way. You make me sick. I'll never forgive you for what you said. I consider you every bit my daughter. Ugh, you're full of it. No one believes you. I will never let an ugly old hag like you marry my dad. I'm not going to sit idly by while you drain him of all his hard-earned money and abandon him once you've sucked him dry. You think I'm only after your father's money? But what have I ever done to make you think that? Are you joking? It's the simple fact that you're preying on my dad in the first place. He's 10 years older than you, and he has a daughter. There's no way this could be anything other than you going after his money. I'll bet you set your sights on him once you found out he was on his company's board of directors, didn't you? Kieran, I wish I knew what made you feel this way about me. We've been so friendly up until now. I don't understand why you would be so firmly against our marriage. Oh, don't give me that. You're not that oblivious. I've been 100% against your relationship from the very start. I only pretended to get along with you because Dad seemed to like you for whatever reason. You really don't get that? You're not just a slut. You're a dumb slut. But, Kieran, we just went out together a few weeks ago to celebrate your birthday, all three of us. We had such a lovely time at that restaurant, talking and laughing. At the end of the night, I went home so happy. It really felt like that was the moment that we finally became a family. I couldn't tell you how I really felt until you gave me my birthday present. What? My dad told me you were getting me a really nice present, but Wow, this was way more than I expected. These are the best wireless headphones on the market. There's no way I could afford to buy myself these. But since my friends don't know it was a gift, I can still tell them I did anyway. Your father told me that you had been looking for a sale or a price drop to buy them, so I thought that if I got them for you, you'd be super happy with them. But you were really only pretending to be kind to me in order to get a present from me? How does that make you any different from what you're accusing me of? You claim I'm after your father's money, but you were just after my money. Yeah, and I'm a kid. Kids always act all cute and polite to get good presents from stupid adults. That's not true at all. But when adults do it, it's super gross. Like, seriously, how can you live with yourself marrying a dude who's 10 years older than you for his money? I will never call some gross old woman like you my mom, and I will never allow you to get married to my dad. I'll put a stop to this no matter what. I see. So that's how you feel? I never knew how opposed you were to me and your father being together, Kieran. But I wish that you would have come to me directly and told me how you felt. Why did you wait until today? Shouldn't you have talked to me about this rather than simply dumped your drink all over me? That was simply uncalled for. I felt like I had to make my point super clear to you, or else you'd never give up on my dad. This was the only way I could think of to get through to a stupid slut like you. But you never even tried to talk to me, Kieran. As your father's daughter, I truly do value your feelings greatly. And your father as well. I'm sure he feels even more strongly about you than I do. Oh, you value my feelings, huh? My feelings are, I don't want my dad to marry a stupid slut. So break up with him, now. If that's how you really feel, Kieran, then all right, I'll break up with him. Yes! And don't let the door hit you on the way out, slut.
Colleen, tell me what's going on, please. You want to break up with me? I don't understand. I picked up my phone on my break, saw you left me a voicemail, and now my world is crashing down around me.
I'm sorry to do this to you so suddenly, Jack, but after the conversation I had with Kieran, I knew this was my only choice.
What? What did Kieran say to you?
It seems Kieran is fiercely opposed to us getting married, to say the least. She feels so strongly about it that I don't feel like it would be appropriate for us to get married. So I want to put our engagement on hold for a while. Don't worry, though. I'll do my best to work on building up a relationship with Kieran. Let's just keep on seeing each other like usual for now, okay?
I had no idea Kieran was so opposed. Well, I suppose that settles it. Colleen, I don't want to put our engagement on hold. Let's just break up right now. You can forget you ever met me, and I'll do the same.
What? Jack, what are you saying?
If Kieran is really as opposed as you say she is, then I don't see how our marriage will ever work out. I'm her father, after all, and I have to put my daughter's well-being first.
I understand that, Jack, but that doesn't mean we need to break up. After all we've been through, I'm sure we can work our way through this as long as we stick together.
I'm sorry, Colleen, but I can't afford to waste any time at my age. If you wanted this to work out, you should have tried harder to earn Kieran's trust. It's over between us, Colleen. Let's break up.
Jack.
But with you out of the running for my wife, that makes things difficult for me. My other girls are all way younger than you, but they're all quite beautiful, so I'm sure Kieran will like them. Maybe I'll go with Christy, that cute little thing who recently signed up with the acting agent I play golf with. She hasn't been in any big-time TV shows or movies, but just being an actress alone should be enough to please Kieran.
What the? Hold on a moment, Jack. What do you mean, all your other girls? Are you saying you've been seeing other women besides me?
Yeah, and what of it? I don't feel like I've done anything wrong. It's not like we're married yet.
So you have been seeing other women?
When you're a divorced father like me, it can be pretty hard to find someone willing to date you. Even someone with money and influence like me. So if I want to get married, I have no choice but to go out with anyone who will have me and see who's the best fit.
You have got to be kidding me. You've been cheating on me all this time?
Like I said, I don't consider it cheating. Anyway, it was fun while it lasted. Look, I feel bad about wasting your time too, so how's about I give you a nice parting gift to show my appreciation?
Is that how you break up with all your other girls? By trying to pay them off? I was serious about you, about us. But now I see that you have never felt the same way about me. You can keep your filthy money. I don't want a cent out of you.
Are you sure about that? I mean, if you really don't want anything, that's cool. Just don't come crying to me later when you change your mind. I'd prefer we make this as clean a breakup as we can.
I don't need any money to get over you, Jack, so you can stop patronizing me.
Oh, all right then. Awesome. I was afraid you were going to try and milk this for everything you can. Okay, well, goodbye then, Colleen. It's too bad things didn't work out between us, but I did enjoy our time together.
Hey, Colleen, thanks for being a good little girl and breaking up with my dad. Thanks to that, I'm getting the best mom I could ask for. Does that mean your dad's getting married? He brought another girl by the house like a day after he broke up with you, and meeting her was like super crazy. She's even younger than you. She's actually only 5 years older than me. Are you kidding me? Jack was dating a woman that young? Good grief. Well, if they're getting married, I suppose this means you gave her your seal of approval, huh? I'm surprised you were okay with the age gap. You don't think she's just after your dad's money like me? No, I think she probably is. But I can make an exception in her case. She's an actress. Isn't that insane? And she's like super pretty. And she's gonna be my mom now. Having a beautiful actress for a mom is gonna be awesome. So, yeah, I can forgive her for being after my dad's money. Is that so? Her name's Christy, and like I said, she's totally great. I mean, with how close we are in age, I think we might even be able to become pretty good friends. Plus, she even offered to introduce me to a few of her friends in the movie industry. Isn't that nuts? I might become a famous movie actress. I had no idea you were even interested in acting, Kieran. Well, I'm a senior in high school now, so I've been thinking that I should probably start thinking about my future. But I hate studying, and I don't want to have to work for a living. So being an actress would be the perfect job for me. I can spend all day around all the hottest people in the world and get paid to do it. Uh-huh. Sounds great. Oh, and I almost forgot. Chelsea got a part on a TV show recently. And she said that she can take me to see the filming. I feel like I'm losing my mind. I'm gonna be in the same room as some of the most influential people ever. Maybe one of the actors might even ask for my number. I think I would just die of excitement if that happened. So that's what it takes for you to approve of your father's relationships? It's too bad, really. I told your father this too, but I was serious about him. And you too, Kieran. I was fully intending to be the best mother I could be to you. But I guess you prefer the type of mom Christy is to me. Totally. What kind of moron would I have to be to pick you over her? What good would you even be as a mom? Seriously. All you would do is sit in the house all day and spend my dad's money. Do you know any actors, Colleen? Can you introduce me to big shot movie producers? Unfortunately, no. Right. You see what I mean? Starting today, I'm officially the daughter of a famous actress. This is the best day ever. So you can just go ahead and disappear, you stupid slut. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go and see if I can sneak some wine off my dad's table when he's not looking. All right, I hope you enjoy your day with your new famous actress mom today. Because come tomorrow, she won't be any of those things anymore. Huh? All I need to do is make a few phone calls and I'll have her agency contract revoked. So as of the start of business tomorrow morning, your famous actress mom will just be your mom. Don't be too sad though, I can take her acting gigs away, but I can't take away her pretty face. I hope the three of you will be a very happy little family together. Hey, hold on a minute. What are you talking about, Colleen? You're gonna have her agency contract revoked? You mean you're gonna get her fired or something? But you can't do that. Who do you think you are? As a matter of fact, Kieran, I can. You see, I actually work for the acting agency that Christy is currently signed with. More importantly, I'm her manager. You're what? You're her manager. That's... What? You work for her agency? You never told me anything about that. What gives? I suppose I never really got the chance to talk about what I do for a living around you, did I? I might have had the chance to go into more detail about my past if you hadn't been so opposed to our marriage that your father broke up with me. Once you threw your drink all over me and called me a stupid slut, I figured there was nothing more for me to talk to you about. Oh well, what can you do? We're just victims of bad timing. Timing? This isn't about timing. You're working for a major acting agency. That's pretty important information, I'd say. You should have told me sooner. And by the way, can managers just fire people like that? Like, don't contracts lay out the specifics on when you can fire somebody? If you violate her contract, I hope she sues you for everything you've got. Trust me, I'm very familiar with the particulars of her contract. After all, I'm one of the highest-ranking people in the agency. It's a very complicated corporate structure, but suffice to say that I have more than enough authority to fire some random wannabe starlet. Oh, I guess I don't really know much about the business. Like I said, it's complicated, but I've managed to work my way up through the ranks quite swimmingly. You've probably seen a lot of the girls I've signed in TV shows, music videos, and even some movies. It seems like every other month one of my clients hits it big, which is why the company has promoted me as fast as they have. Wow! But man, having so many clients means I have a lot of problems to deal with. Recently, we've had an influx of girls who go and do something stupid, like falling in love and getting married without informing us first. You have no idea how much paperwork I have to do when that happens. Usually I find out about it because they go viral on social media, so it's kind of a new experience to find out like this. Hey, what's wrong with getting married? Like, so what if she's an actress? She's still human. She has every right to marry whoever she wants, whenever she wants. You've got no business trying to butt in between Christy and my dad. In general, our agency has a pretty lax approach to our clients' love lives. However, the nature of our industry necessitates that they give us advance notice of any plans regarding marriage. Depending on the person and their contracts, it might cause problems with sponsors, conflicts of interests, and so on and so forth. Because of that, we have to have a very strict zero-tolerance policy regarding failing to notify us before marriage. And now, Christy is going to be subject to that zero-tolerance policy. So, what are you going to do to her? Dock her pay or something? The terms of her contract are very clear. The penalty for violating the obligation of giving the agency at least a month's notice before getting married is termination. Christy was aware of this, and yet she moved forward with marrying your dad without giving us any notice at all. And now because of that, she will be fired. Period. No way! You're gonna fire her just for getting married? I totally understand how strongly she feels about wanting to marry the partner of her choice. I felt similarly until recently. But this is a business, Kieran. We have rules. All she had to do was come to my office for 5 minutes or so and everything would have been fine. Christy knows how much work our agency has to do when our clients get married, and the rule exists to save our company and clients time and money. Think about it. If one of our stars goes and marries some weirdo with a sketchy past while working on a kids' show, they might have to cancel the entire show. That wouldn't just cause problems for the star. There are tons of other people whose lives could be ruined. This is a very simple rule meant to prevent big problems like that, and she broke it. Can't you let her off with a warning? This is the big leagues, Kieran. If we start giving people warnings, it's over for us. Her termination will be processed today, and effective tomorrow, we will no longer be representing her. So I hope you enjoy having a mom who's just young and pretty rather than young, pretty, and famous. You can't do this to me. Now she won't be able to take me to see the TV filming anymore. And what about your agency? Firing her is going to cost you a bunch of money too. Are you really just going to fire one of your up-and-coming stars? Up-and-coming star? Christy? You can't be serious. She's impossible to work with. I can't find any work for her at all. I don't know what she was talking about when she said she could take you along to a filming. She's not doing any work with us for at least the next few months as of now. What? Looks like she was using the fact that she had signed up with us to pretend that she was a way bigger deal than she really is. Don't be too hard on her, though. We get a lot of girls like her coming around. I don't believe it. Christy wasn't really famous at all, but I already told my friends that my new mom's a big shot actress. you'll have to figure out what to do about that for yourself. I need to get back to work, so I'll take my leave here. Tell Christy I said hi. Okay, Colleen, I did a lot of thinking last night, and I've decided that I'll let you be my mom after all. So come by the house today and get married to my dad like you planned, okay? Wow, this is a rather sudden change of heart. I was under the impression you thought I was some kind of gold digger. Yeah, but that was before I came to see all the benefits of having you as my mom. I searched for your name on the internet and wow, it turns out you're one of the biggest agents out there. That makes it perfectly clear that you're the best mom I could ask for. With you as my mom, you can be my agent for free. You can get me on all the biggest TV shows, put me in all the blockbuster movies. You'll make me famous. Uh-huh. Now I see why you changed your mind about me. What was I thinking, fawning over that loser, Christy? So yeah, hurry up and marry my dad. Isn't that great? This is what you wanted, right? You said you were serious about him. It's a very generous offer, Kieran, but I'm afraid I'll have to pass. I have absolutely no interest in becoming your mom. And not to mention there is 0 chance I will ever get back together with your dad. What? But why? If you marry my dad, you'll have the cutest daughter in the whole world, me. And my dad's a big shot at his company, so you'll have tons of money. I make more than enough to live comfortably by myself, thank you. All the money in the world couldn't make me want to marry that lying, cheating scumbag. Who does he think he is, messing around with women half his age? Leonardo DiCaprio? Please. I am humiliated that I ever took building a future with him seriously. Hey, you can't talk about my dad like that. He's not like that at all. You're lying. I wish I could tell you that I was lying, but it's unfortunately the truth. You should know that I wasn't the only woman your dad was seeing while we were dating. According to him, he has about 10 girls that he's messing around with. Some of them are even married. 10 women? That's disgusting. Why is my dad dating so many girls? And most of them are in their teens, early 20s, too. When I found out, I thought the same thing you just said right now. Disgusting. So I'm afraid that even though you're finally accepting me as your mother, I won't be associating with your father anymore. He'll have to ask one of his 9 other girls to be his wife, preferably one of the ones who isn't married. Goodbye, Kieran. I hope you grow up to be a better person than your father.
Colleen, you've got to help me. I don't know what to do. Kieran won't talk to me anymore. About a week ago, she came into the kitchen after waking up, and I told her good morning, like usual, but she just gave me this weird stare and said, "Disgusting." And that was it. She hasn't said a word to me since. I think maybe she found out about my girlfriends somehow, and she is not happy about it.
Look at it from her perspective, Jack. She's a teenager in her senior year of high school going through the final stages of puberty. Having a dad who's popular with the ladies is one thing, but I think it's easy to say you've gone over the line. Seeing 10 women at one time, some of whom are married? I don't blame her for wanting nothing to do with you.
She's been like this every day. It's so awkward to be around her that I've been going out to eat by myself lately. I contacted all of my girls to try and get some decent company, but none of them want to see me anymore either. One will say she's busy, another will say she's with her husband, another with her boyfriend. I've been so lonely lately.
Looks like they were just as serious about you as you were about them. Honestly, I don't know why you would be expecting anything else. What kind of woman is attracted to an unfaithful man? An equally unfaithful woman?
I finally realized that out of all my girls, you were the only one who ever took me seriously. Right before she started giving me the silent treatment, even Kieran said that she would be okay with me marrying you. So, what do you say, Colleen? Can we give it one more shot?
Absolutely not. I could never marry a lecherous old man like you.
Hey, come on, don't be that way. You know how much I make in a year, don't you? You can quit your job and become my housewife. I'll take great care of you.
Sorry, but I happen to enjoy what I do for a living quite a lot. I don't want to quit.
But you don't want to work forever, do you? You're a woman. Don't you want a family, kids, that stuff? If you miss this chance, you'll never find a husband by the end of your 30s. And who's gonna marry some 40-year-old office lady, huh? You should be grateful a guy with options like me was even interested in you in the first place.
Oh, please, get over yourself. You're nothing special. Do you have any idea how many men on the sexiest men alive list I see on a daily basis? Compared to them, you're basically no different than any random guy in the homeless shelter.
Hey, that is going way too far!
I hope you can find some way to repair your relationship with Kieran. But as for you and me, we're through. Never contact me again. Sometime later, I got to talking with a mutual friend about how Jack and Kieran were doing. It seems their relationship never got any better. Kieran eventually stopped going to school entirely. Instead, she spends her days with other high school dropouts that hang out behind a strip mall downtown. She also has trouble staying out of trouble, leading to frequent midnight calls and trips to the police station for Jack. Word of her exploits has begun to spread far and wide, reaching even the ears of the other members of his company's board of directors. At their last meeting, they spent some of their time discussing their expectations for the families of the company's executives. They adopted one resolution enabling them to forcibly remove board members whose families could potentially harm the company's image. Only one member voted against the resolution. Can you guess who that was? The resolution was promptly used to kick Jack off the board. Losing his title as an executive has had a disastrous effect on Jack's love life. All the girls who once used to fawn over him have drifted gradually away, leaving him all alone. A sad fate for a man who once prided himself on his ability to juggle so many women. Isn't that ironic? He was telling me that I was the one who would regret turning him down, but the reality was the exact opposite. And it feels kind of good to know that I was the big one that got away.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.